Hello YouTubers. Well, people ask me, have I flown yet? Just look at those fans up there. They're going crazy. You can probably hear the wind. It's been like this for the last 2 to 3 weeks, and it's got another week or two to go. So what have I been doing in the meantime, you ask? Well, look behind me here and you'll see. I've put up these rails because I'm putting up some solar panels to help with my off-grid system here. I'm not totally off-grid, but with the way power bills have been going lately, I'm working on it. And let me show you how this system works. It's actually a pretty good system. It was purchased through Sunshine Nursery here on island. Because if any of you don't know, he has a total solar desal unit that he makes 10,000 gallons of water a day for his business just out of Sunshine. So he's pretty well versed and he's got all the stuff to do this. I bought the solar panels from the States, but I was going to set up and make my own railing system, but it turns out that's a little on the expensive side, and it's also not guaranteed, where these rails are supposed to be storm proof. As you see, they have little feet. Each one is bolted into or lagged into a rafter that's underneath the plywood. And you may ask, well, how did I find those without actually drilling a bunch of holes? The answer to that is, you do it from underneath. What I did was I mapped out underneath where they were going to go, and I was actually short a few bolts here. So let me show you what I have to do. I've got 3 of these bolts to put in, and first thing we're going to do, I'm going to set this camera down over here, and hopefully you can see this. There we go. Should be pretty close. Each one of these has a very stout little angle foot. Loosen it up here. As you see, this bolt actually is captured in this rail. This is a joint where they go together. There's a big piece that goes inside to keep it from doing anything, and you can see how thick the actual foot is. And what I did is underneath, I put a teeny little hole beside each one of the rafters, which are 2x6s up on edge, and then I drilled the hole for the bolt right there. And when I put these down, what I do, I take a little caulking compound and fill that hole right there, and feel around here. And I put the foot on it right where it's supposed to go, just like that. And I have the lag bolt, which is 3 inches long. The rafters are only 2x6, so it gets pretty close to half its width. And voila! In it goes. Oh, gotta change sockets. A little bit different size. Here we go. That's down good and solid. And then I take the other sockets. Hope my foot wasn't in the way. And as you see, these can be lifted up, and there's a ridge here that keeps the nut from coming off out of the slot, even if it was loose a little bit. It allows you to put one rail a little higher than the other if you wanted to try and compensate for your angle. And there you have it. I gotta do this 2 more times. And let's get to it. trash over here. Okay. There we go. Here's the next one. Let's see. Why don't you watch me first get this off? Get this. Keep it up. There we go. Switch sockets. Put this through with a little bit of stuff on the threads. Oh, can't do it that way. I gotta slide it in position here. Oh, now I can't see the hole. There's the hole. Oh. There's the hole. Right there. Get it started. Lay this down. Get past the bolt here. Hang on. Just a little pressure on it. Okay, what I'm gonna do is relax this one just a little bit. Get out. There we go. Now, just the rail just a little bit so I can get there we go. And let's put these three back on. Yeah. There we have it. One more to go. Let's move on down here. The next one is right on down here. Sorry. Get a little different angle on that there. There we go. That should do it. Okay, first thing we gotta do is take this nut off. A little bit of stuff around there. Slip the foot on there. A little stuff on the threads. Same problem we had before. Yeah. Just have to loosen it up. And this is how stiff that rail is. What I'm having to do is just loosen up the adjacent two bolts so I can push the rail out far enough for my socket to get past the little stud there. It's only having this problem because I had to put them in this order rather than mounting them and doing everything. And all of a sudden the wind has died. But I'm not at the airport. Then I'd take off, and when it came time to actually land, it'll probably be blowing to 20, 25 knots. It's been blowing all week. And there we have it. There you are. The rails are all in place. This will mount 24 285 watt panels, and they're going to be series connected in threes, and then I'll have 8 parallel runs that will join together and end up into the charge controller. And as you can see, the system is very solid, very sturdy, and actually fairly easy to put up. It's just a little hot up here, especially since we're in between thunderstorms right now, so the wind has kind of died a little bit. You can see it raining way downtown. But anyway, this is what a pilot does when it's too windy to attempt his first flight. This has taken myself about 2 days to put up. But not too bad, mostly because I had to go underneath and figure out where everybody was going to be, and drill the little holes, and then up here you can just see the faint outline of a chalk line, just to make sure all the actual drilled holes were in a straight line for the railing. There is some adjustment in the feet, but just to keep it as straight as I possibly can. And these are not tilted into the sun, simply because this is that direction there is facing west. But as you can see by the shadow on the rails, that these things, the shadow is right under the rail. So right now, this time of year, which is July, the sun is virtually straight up over top of us, and that's when I need my peak power, because I have people on site that use air conditioning, which I don't. But during the winter, the sun will be down over that way and be hitting the panels at a little bit of an angle, but nobody will be using any AC, so my power requirements will be less. So there you have it. It is a pretty day. Just as you can see, my fans are back up, speeding up here, just because the wind's picking up again. Like I said, we're kind of in between the clouds. It gives you a little bit of a lull, but this is Provo. As you can see, downtown and the airport and everything is out that way, where it's probably raining at the moment. And that's the South Beach over there. And that's my neighbor's house. My houses are behind the bushes here. And that's the way it is. Okay. Take care. Still with me after this video, you see before you the stack of solar panels that will be mounted on the roof onto the railing system I just demonstrated to you. These are the panels. As you can see, they're classic. They're 60 cells, 35 watts or 35 volts, and 285 watts a piece. And there's 26 actually, but I'll be mounting 24. These black corners right here are just for packing purposes. Keeps them from being jamming each other. That's how the were shipped on a pallet, and it was very secure and nothing broken. So there you have it. Soon to be on the roofing, hopefully cutting my power bill down. So just to let you know, this is what's happening. Pilots, even though we're on the ground, we don't sit still very long. Okay, take care.